man? What's really good? What's really good? It's your boy D Nice back at it again. Fly Nation TV, man. I'm with the one and only, the legend himself, the new legend, my man Koustics. Now, normally on the introductions, I like to simply, I don't know. I like to say like when we met, but this is the first time meeting, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So when I first found out about you, I was watching Bum stream one random Saturday, and it was during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And you came along, and you were just wilding the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
I don't even know the shit that you said, man, but it was just so funny, man. You made me like gift like 5 subs because of like you were just keeping us entertained. And I mean, I know you've been around for a while, but I'm just saying like that. I don't know which specific day or time, but it was a Saturday. I know that for a fact because I usually run it on Saturdays, and you was there, and the anti-match club, what is it? It was an anti-club you was doing, and you was protecting. You was sounding like sophisticated.
I was talking about Oki.
Yeah, you was talking to Oki, and I actually uploaded, and it was just so funny. I was like, y'all gotta upload this shit. Niggas gotta see this, bro. And man, yeah, you was on one, man. You definitely wasn't missing that night, man. But how you doing, Koustics?
Man, Fly, I'm doing good, bro. Like life has definitely been rough, but like it's been turning around. I've been making the moves I need to do to just strengthen my presence in the community, just to give back and just to be involved as much as possible in the FGC, and just trying to make people hype.
Word, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I don't want to get into friends just yet, but I want to talk about we're gonna talk about friends. We're gonna talk about friends, but I want to talk about how did you even come up? How did you find out about the FGC? But primarily, like, how did you even run into Bum in the HOC? So let's talk about that, and we go from there.
All right. So my first foray into the FGC was Tekken. I used to like do entertainment stuff with Microsoft esports, right? And after I was finished with For Honor, like competitively, I wanted to start getting into fighting games. So the first thing I got into was Tekken, right? I did that for a minute. That's how I met people like Dancer, JD, and how I met even my boy from KPB. And from there, right, I was like, all right, I'm okay Tekken, not too good. I'm adding to the pot. I'm the dude that does like the unsafe shit at round start with like martial law. I'm like doing Dragon Tail round start.
I thought you was an Eddie. I thought you would be like an Eddie player. That was definitely the masher, the mashing character.
I was definitely thinking about Eddie, but like martial law like just came to me really quick. And then after that, Dragon Ball came out. Dragon Ball came out after Tekken 7. And Microsoft invited me to come to like their first like invitational tournament, right? And I didn't know really too much about 2D fighting games really at all, right? This like Tekken I kind of took serious, but like I knew like you need years of experience and you gotta be really snazzy at Tekken. You gotta like hardcore practice. But Dragon Ball when it came out, like that was the first game I want to be good at this, right? Or I want to do something with this. So it's the first tournament at Microsoft. Right, and mind you, I know nothing about the FGC, so I'm thinking I'm losing to like random whack niggas. Meanwhile, the bracket is Flux, Necro Undyne, Grover, and Grover like won these first like couple of weeks. It was Grover, Randomfiend, VDK, and like other people that I would get to know later. But in my head right now, I'm just like, I don't know who these people are, bro. And name VDK, that joint sounds stupid. What's that even supposed to mean? Shout out to my boy VDK. So after that, I started getting into the FGC a bit more, right? Because around that time, I was kind of like floating competitively on like what I wanted to do. I was still like mainly working as a security guard. I was just looking for something new, and Dragon Ball like filled that spot for me. So I started studying Dragon Ball, right? I'm like, all right, what can I do in this game? What I gotta do to make good? I was on Facebook in the group chats, and in all the groups trying to like to find matches online. Do I had to do? Back then I was still playing on an Xbox controller, right? And then through Facebook, the first tournament I found out about was NLBC. So I went to NLBC, and funny enough, back then I didn't know like that everyone played on PlayStation at the time, like PS4 for Dragon Ball. So I came through with like an Xbox controller, and I think I had to like get a Brook adapter. But then like I'm not sure if you know, but when Brook adapters, if you don't update them, they turn off like every 15 minutes. Yeah, so I actually lost a match like that.
Really? Damn, bro.
Yeah. Yo.
That's the worst.
Yo, after that I was like, I need to just practice on PS4 if all the tournaments were on PS4.
Right.
So I would just like do a bunch of offline practice with people whenever I got the chance at NLBC. And then someone put me onto another tournament, which was Bum, the Savage Lands. I was like, oh, okay. This is a little bit deep though, this is the Bronx, but your boy trying to get schnasty. So I would like work, and then in my work uniform, I would just go to the Savage Lands, and then like if I had another shift, I would go to that shift, or I would go to Bums, go back to Bums again. Like I was just out here, bro. I literally probably only spent like 4 hours sleeping, because like I was working. People would tell you I would be working like crazy shifts, and I'll go to the tournament like, nah, we about to throw hands.
Yeah, my uncle does security, so he does overnight. So I know it'd be hectic.
Bro, I was doing overnight doubles. I was doing overnight all the way until like the afternoon. So I'm like, damn, it's either I go home or sleep, or I go to the tournament to practice. And I still didn't have a PS4 at the time, but like I had managed to get my hands on the controller for one of my boys, so I was just practicing on the PS4 pad as much as possible. So I did that, right? And basically people at the house started knowing me just for like backseat commentary, because I'll be the boy, if your match was happening in front of me and I ain't have my own match, that's crazy. You got your own commentator now. And you best not fuck up during your match, or I'm gonna give it to you. Nah.
That's the New York way, man.
That's the New York way. They already know. If your match, block that shit. Watch your toes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he matching? Crazy. Shit like that. So I was doing that basically for a while. I had managed, at the time, I wasn't really getting like commentary gigs or anything. I had gotten to like do NLBC one time, but it didn't happen again.
What happened?
So, alright, so the chat like was 50-50 on me, right? And they were like, alright, someone was like, he's funny. Some like, this nigga loud, and then for a minute, I had the name Diet Yipes.
What you had?
They called me Diet Yipes, bro.
Diet Yipes?
They called me Diet Yipes.
Like diet soda? Diet
like
Yipes?
Diet soda? They called me Diet Yipes. I was like, I was like, damn. And I think like I argued with the people on YouTube when they said that, which is never, don't argue with people in the comments, bro.
I'm telling you, man, YouTube community is different. It's not like Twitter, bro.
It's not like Twitter. Don't do it. I did that, and Spooky was like, alright, you kind of got bodied.
So this was, I'm assuming this was at Next Level, I'm assuming.
It's at Next Level.
Okay.
That's why I wasn't really able to commentate at Next Level again, because I got bodied.
But this was before the pandemic.
This is before the pandemic.
Okay.
This is way before the pandemic. This is like season 1 of Dragon Ball.
Oh, alright.
Yeah,
all right.
so this is like way before then, right? And this is before I even started commentating, like really for a lot of gigs. So that happens. So I'm just like, now I'm just playing, I'm floating in Abyss. I'm doing the Microsoft tournaments in Manhattan when they're happening. I do pretty well at those. Keep losing to Randomfiend though. My man, like, I got second to Randomfiend like probably like 30 times in a row.
Yeah, Randomfiend's been, I mean, at his peak, he's been really grinding. He's been placing very well at tournaments, like throughout all over, especially the Northeast area. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Randomfiend. Hope he's around.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Randomfiend. He's one of the people that got me to like really start taking the game seriously and like learning about things like frame data, advantage, all the FGC terms that like when you're new to the game, you don't know those shits at all.
We've all been there, yeah.
So after that, right, when I started going to Bums, like it's just a daily thing. Security, work, Bums, NLBC, Microsoft, boom, boom, boom. Then the pandemic hits after like season 2.
Season 2?
No, not season 2.
It was like season 3.
Yeah, season 2.
Yeah.
So technically, we had one last tournament before season 3. That was like the last tournament we had before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And I got in top 8 at that one. Like, I was really feeling it. And then this pandemic happened, I was like, fuck. Because most people in the FGC know my situation. Because well, rest in peace to my father, but I was taking care of him and my mother because they both just, like, they didn't have good health and everything. So most of my
doing what you're supposed to do.
I was doing what I was supposed to do. So because of that, I didn't really have internet set up, and I still didn't have a PS4 at the time. So like I was like, damn, Bum's doing online only tournaments, right? But I don't really have a way to do online. So I hit up Bum. I'm like, yo, Bum, I know this is like a big favor to ask, cause like he knows me, but he don't know me like that, right? I'm like, yo, I know this is a big favor to ask, but can I like do TSL from like your crib or something? Or what we call it, City of Mayhem. But yo, can I do City of Mayhem from your crib, bro? I don't have an internet, nothing. And like, after kind of his heart, he was like, you know what? Fuck it, go ahead, come through, right?
Wow, that's what's up.
That shit was what's up. Especially at the very beginning of the pandemic, when this shit was like its scariest. That was really what's up with him, right? So I had the chance to do that, right? And then he lets me get on the mic for COM. And this is like, what really cements it was like that night I did like an Australian accent, right? Because this Scamby started walling like in the tournament. He was like in top 4, and he said some wild shit about like, I need to win this tournament so I could go home and get some head. He said, I got bills to pay, kids to feed, and head to get. I was like, someone stop this man, right? I'm like, he's doing it for the kids. He's doing it for the head. He's a wild masher. He's a wild masher in his natural habitat. You can't stop him. Look at him go. He's and after that, Bum was like, all right, keep coming through. Because people loved it. I was like, all right, this is what I usually do.
Was this the first time you've been in his house?
This was not the first time it's been in his house.
Okay.
I was in Bum's house all through season 1 to season 2.
Okay.
Even when motherfuckers was getting fuzzy, season 2, and that shit was terrible. I was playing big body characters.
Goku, man. GT Goku was
like,
I
put him right on my team the minute he came out. I ain't gonna lie. The minute I felt I knew the character was broken. Like, not to say that I'm bad, right? But back then I wasn't as good as I am now.
Nah, that's a carry character, man. He carries everybody.
And
good or bad people, it don't even matter, bro. You
Bro, that same night I beat Prod and Scamby in the same.
I tell you, bro. It's like,
I was like, oh,
that's how good that character is. He carries literally everybody.
I was like, this character's OD. They gotta nerf this shit, bro.
You know what make GT Goku so fucking annoying? Tiny as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, no.
He has a small hurt box, so you can't even hit the motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
yo.
I was chilling.
It's like worse than catching a fucking rat in your apartment, bro. It's like you can't catch him. You're gonna have to hold that.
He was smoothing. You can't touch him.
Yeah. He lives with you now. That's your roommate.
Oh yeah. Bro, he was your roommate. And then he was also your landlord because best believe you thought you would move around the screen for free. Nah, brother. Let me talk to you. I need my rent. I need my rent before you go up
rent
there,
money,
bro.
man. Facts. All right, so pretty much a changing moment when you think about it. Out of his kindness, Bum invited you over. Say, yo, come through in the midst of the pandemic, at the start of the pandemic. So, shit was like very real. Everybody was being very paranoid, being very cautious. And Bum was like, you know what? Pull it through. Because I guess, because when I was interviewing Bum, you know what I mean? Like, it looked like he was from the heart. And if he believes in people, he'll give them a shot.
If Bum believes in you, he's always willing to give you the shot.
Yeah, so shout outs to Bum, man. If you guys haven't checked out his my interview with him, please do so, man. You guys would be very inspired for like the stuff that he been through. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And one life, one ultimatum. He's giving himself one ultimatum, and now he's in a position where he can give back way more than what he did before. So it all comes down to the community. And once again, Bum, keep doing you, bro. But now, speaking of platforms, so you got your platform right there, right? So when was it? That you noticed, like, yo, things are really changing as far as clout goes? And I'm not saying clout is a bad thing, you know.
No, clout definitely ain't a bad thing. Clout get the job done.
Yeah, facts. That's a fact.
I love me some clout sometimes.
Yo, sometimes, man, it gives you a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. When was it that, yo, everybody started messing with you?
Yeah. So the people who were already messing with me were KPB. Shout out to my team, Kick Punch Block. Right? They were already messing with me. They had believed in me and everything. Right, and I got to do a couple of Chinatown beatdowns before the pandemic had even started, right? But even then, I was still kind of low scale, right? And then after that clip with Bum had kind of went off the rails, like we were like, all right, this Koustics kid ain't too funny. And mind you, at the start of the pandemic, I had about 568 followers.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that too.
I know the exact number. I don't usually keep up, but like I knew that exact number. Cause I was like, all right, start of pandemic. I'm at like 568. All right, let's see what's going on. I do that, right? And then about a week or two, you know, more people are like, yo, like Koustics, this nigga Koustics funny, right? Or they're tagging me online. And I'm like, okay, I'm at like 1,000. I'm like, oh shit, we kind of schmooving, bro. And we keep doing the online tournaments. I think like one of the best arcs that definitely built us up was the one where we had Mamba Lamba entering.
I remember that one.
You remember that one, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So he kept entering, and that was so much good material.
Facts, man. So much classic clips, bro.
Yo.
So many classic clips. Fuck. I have them saved. I have to go back. I probably might have to upload a clip or two in this shit because this shit is too funny.
That shit was too funny. Especially because people were laughing about him using C assists. I was like, this nigga done won four COMs in a row with the C assist Kid Boo, GT, and I forget who his third was at the time. But that shit was OD, right? And then people just they keep starting to notice me. You know, I'd start talking with the chat a bit more. Bum is showing me the ins and out of like running the stream as well, so that like when he go destroy the bathroom, shit just don't stop, you know what I'm saying? So we do that, right? And then it's around the time that Bandai announces they want to do a national championship, right? Before they even announce it, Bum talks to me and Posy on the side. He's like, all right, people are taking note of me and Posy doing a commentary thing over at Bum's, because Posy started coming through too, right? So they take notice, and Damascus hits up Bum. And he's like, all right, you're like one of the staple figures for DBFZ on the East Coast. Recommend us some commentators. We're gonna try to get something started for online, right? So I started trying to step up my commentary game even more. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I know a little bit about my frame data, my jokes is on point, everything. And
so wait. So do you prepare yourself? How do you prepare yourself for that type of thing?
For me, right, I tell people commentary should be a natural part. Everything commentary is just a conversation, right? That's not the part you need to prepare. The part you need to prepare is that commentary is like equal parts entertainment and equal parts information. Okay. So there are some times when you need to like have the information to give to people in certain situations. Okay. And especially if you're when you start doing official commentary for companies, and they start restricting you on certain things, you need to be able to like also have the proper information to give to people, because I can't just go ham and do my hoodlum shit during the Bandai Namco stream. So sometimes I gotta do the sports center. Yeah, that's a fact. I gotta do the play-by-play. I gotta explain to people. It's like skip. Right? So for me, preparing for commentary isn't so much as preparing myself for speaking, right? Because I've never been one to get nervous when speaking to people. It's always come natural to me. So for me, it was more of balancing out the entertainment part of my commentary with like actual knowledge. And I did that, so I started studying the game even more going into those national championships. That's like, if you guys ever like watch it, you know, when I'm with Yipes, I'm dropping factoids about characters. I'm dropping frame.
Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah, you do it in your style. Like you're doing it like not as in like a monotone way. Yeah. You're doing it as a very enthusiastic and very funny, of course. And I think that's what makes you like separate yourself from the other commentators. But shout outs to all of them, by the way.
Now, shout outs to all of them.
Yeah,
right?
It's not an easy job.
It's people think it's easy. Right? But until you had to do like and this is before we get into French stuff, but I'll tell you, we had like a 12-hour commentary like gig because of how long Dragon Ball could go. And people think it's easy, but 12 hours of commentating the game, all right. You see how easy that joint is when you try to do it.